Hello everyone and welcome to the Starseed Dragon channel. We're going to do a different kind of pick a card. This is actually going to be a pick a story. So I'm going to be using the highly sensitive tarot here. And let me tell you how this is going to work. I'm going to separate these cards into 3 piles. Just like that. So, I'm also going to use the Into the Lonely Woods. So, this is how this is going to work. You can pick a story, story 1, story 2, story 3, okay? Or you can watch all of them. Doesn't matter to me. This is just for fun, okay? And I am going to flip through the cards and tell a story for each one of these piles. And at the end, I'm going to use this Into the Lonely Woods oracle to tell the moral of the story, okay? Or the lesson that we have to learn from this story and see how it connects, just for fun, okay? This one. Now, you can choose any of the stories. I have this timestamps in there if you only want to watch one of them. I will have the timestamps put in the description box below. But other than that, go ahead and pick a story, and we'll start with our little story time, wherever you would like to begin. So I will see you in just a moment. Hello everyone and welcome back. This is our story number 1. And again, I'm going to flip through all of these cards and tell you a story. And at the end, with the oracle card, I'm going to tell you the moral of the story. And we'll see how it connects. So this is just for fun. And I hope that you try this with your own decks, because it would be a really great way to connect with your decks and get to know your cards a lot more intimately, right? So here we go. We're going to start off this story. Once upon a time, there was a young girl who was very, very patient. She wanted her life to unfold in a specific way. She knew that she had deep passions for many things and many people, but what she wanted most in life was to be able to create her reality from her dreams. She often went to the library to research different things that she wanted to learn about, and she ended up communicating with others. Sometimes she would contemplate whether or not she was following the right path for her or not. She would question whether or not she was being valued or valuing things properly and accordingly. But she knew that she had to have faith in herself and know that the things that in her life were worthy of the love that she had to give to them. She was always very gracious and always very loving and kind to others. She believed in romance. She believed in holding still and holding space for others. She believed in learning from others and giving back to others that gave to her. She was very passionate and loving and had so many wondrous dreams and goals that she wanted to accomplish. She would start with such fevered passion, but soon she would realize that she had to love herself first and become understanding of the things and aspects of the dreams that she wanted to be able to achieve. She knew that there were people out there that would naysay and tell her that she was on the wrong path or doing something wrong. But she always stayed patient with those people. She knew that as long as she followed her own dreams, she would be able to accomplish them. She would find joy in the things that she loved to do. She knew that if she continued to believe in the magic that she possessed and learn how to master those things, she would be able to accomplish so many wonderful things. She would be able to relax within herself, understand herself, and understand others by doing so. She knew that reflecting too much on the past would end up making her forget about her present and her future. So she would often regale in stories about where she was and what she did in order to get to where she is now. Often thinking about how she could accomplish her dreams and make others around her as joyous and happy as she was. She knew that she had to move forward and gain new knowledge, master new skills in order to achieve wonderful things. Sometimes she would feel like she was lying to herself. Sometimes she would put herself into situations that she would have to find alternate solutions to fixing whatever problems she had to achieve. But she also knew that all of the knowledge that she needed was within herself. She would have to contemplate many days, many hours, many months, many years in order to understand herself first, in order to be able to bring her dreams and her goals into this world. She knew that she had to understand what it was that she needed to achieve in order to be able to bring those things to life in her world. She knew she had to grow and expand and love herself first in order to teach others how to love her as well. She knew that she had to take time and understand the world around her. And if she did not have the proper surroundings, she would have to move towards those surroundings in her world in order to be able to achieve these dreams coming true. She knew that she had the skills. She knew that she had to expand her mind and her horizons. She knew that she had to take action upon her intuitive nudges and her passions in this world. She knew that there were certain times that she had to close the door on lessons that she had learned and walk away from some people that weren't meant to continue on her journey with her. She knew that she had to be loving and nurturing with herself first before she could be loving and nurturing with others. And she was a great inspiration by doing so, inspiring others to learn how to love themselves first so that they could be able to truly love others just as much. And the moral to this story: hope is like a hummingbird. Let me just read that. Hope is like a hummingbird. Hope will come to you again, and just when you feel most heavy, most joyless, know that the miracle will occur. Like a hummingbird, it will come small and weightless, bringing back the joy of living and lightness of being. Soon you will savor the sweetness of life, and wherever negativity creeps in whatever form it comes, it will be transformed. Love shall come in the simple tasks of life, and gratitude will flow from your heart. Like the hummingbird, you may feel small, but you are capable of the most amazing feats. Your ability to change, adapt, and recreate your own life now grows strong, and you come to respect your resilience, your playful nature, your natural optimism. All these treasures return, light as the hummingbird, sweet as the nectar of flowers. And that is our moral to this story. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our story pile number 2. Now I'm going to flip through these cards and tell the story, and at the end, we will find out what the moral of the story is. Once upon a time, there were 2 soulmates. They understood each other, loved each other, supported each other. They created balance within each other, for each other, and around each other. They were inseparable. They did everything together, and they had similar dreams, yet different, but they always supported each other in their own dreams. They were kind and supportive of one another. They were always very giving and understanding, not only of themselves to each other, but to the world around them. They found that they would always be able to stand up for each other, for themselves as well as for others. They would always learn how to revive each other with new ideas, new ways of being, new understandings of the world, and they would always welcome new ideas, new friend groups, new adventures into their lives. They would always be gentle with each other and strong for each other. And they would always be completely honest with one another. Sometimes the truth is not exactly a nice pill to swallow. but they would always be open with each other, expand their horizons with each other, and stand up for each other. They knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that they were always meant to be, whether they were with each other or not. Whenever they spent time apart and they came back together, they would always pick up where they left off, never missing a beat. They understood that there were times when they had to hold still, when they would have to reflect upon what their decisions would be and how their decisions would affect others around them. They were always very thoughtful, and they held on to their beliefs, but also created solid foundations for each other. They understood that they could help others to grow and achieve a sense of abundance, prosperity, and understanding of themselves as well as the world around them. They knew that sometimes they had to act quickly and understand that sometimes they had to be the ones who were the leaders, the authority figures in the things that they knew in order to help others to achieve building their own empires, building their own understanding of the world around them. They knew that there were others in their lives that were only there to teach them lessons, and then they would fade away. But they were also very grateful for understanding these different seasons and changes throughout their lives. They would make a world that they could be free in, that they could be understanding of, that they could be accomplished. It would transform their lives constantly and help them to understand how life works. Sometimes they would have to walk away from people, places, things that they couldn't help or understand. And then there were times when they would find achievements and love and happiness. Those are the times that they celebrated, although they knew that sometimes they would have highs and sometimes they would have lows. They always took them with a grain of salt and a heap full of gratitude. And our moral for this story is the sadness of letting go. That's appropriate. Let's read from the book. If I could get to the page. The sadness of letting go. Sometimes when we feel very alone, we have trouble letting go. But when we meet another, a companion who is like us, yet unlike us, their presence can help us open to new possibilities that show us who we could be. You are now freeing yourself from the old bonds and beliefs, from what you wanted to keep but could not. Whether or not this is right for you, and the soul says it is right for you, there is always sadness in letting go. It is a void, a loss, a recognition that one thing we once wanted could not work within the world we are creating. In every release truly made, there will be mourning. Trust yourself most of all, but accept the help of those whose kindness and care are unmistakable. Friendship will reveal aspects of your own soul that you did not know existed. Quite a beautiful moral indeed. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you on the next pile. And here we are with the story number 3. This has been really enjoyable. I hope that you are enjoying this as well. Even though, full disclosure, I hurt my back earlier in the week, and I can't sit for long periods of time, or stand, or lay down. I'm in a great deal of pain, so this has been taking me a bit of time to get through. But here we are with pile number 3. Let's see what this story has to say. Once upon a time, there was a very troubled girl who was always tied up in her thoughts, always worried, always dreaming of being able to conquer those fears, but always afraid that she wouldn't be able to. Until one day, she was inspired by someone, something, to just go for it. So she opened up her ears and opened up her eyes and started researching, what if I did this? What could happen? Even though she was always very, very worried that she wouldn't be able to accomplish something, or that she wouldn't have the skill or ability to be able to accomplish this dream that she had. She knew that she had to try. Give it a shot, even if it hurt. Because she knew that if she didn't move towards accomplishing this goal, that she might regret it. And she already had plenty of regrets. She knew that if she didn't expand her world, that it would pass her by. She knew that she had to find her brave from within, and she had to do it. She knew that if she stayed stuck in the past, in her hurt, in her pain, in her upbringing of not good enough, not worthy enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, that she would regret it. She knew that she had to take a chance. She knew that she had to put her heart into the things that she truly wanted to accomplish for herself in her life. She knew that she had to go for it. And the worst that could happen is that she would learn a lesson, and she could start from experience. She worried often about the sadness that would come, the grief that would come if she lost the people that she loved, if they didn't support her. But she also knew that it was a place of growth, feeling that grief, feeling that sadness. She knew that would help her to grow. And so she continued on, knowing that as long as she was fair with herself, she could be fair with others, and others would be fair with her as well. She knew that she had to follow her dreams, because if she didn't, she'd never know if she could accomplish them. She made the hard decision to follow the path that all of her dreams laid upon. So she followed that path and expanded her world. She followed her dreams. She took action upon the wishes that she made upon a star. She knew that she had to let go of certain things in her life, certain feelings, certain negative patterns, certain people. And so she practiced and understood that changes were a part of evolution, of growth, of expansion. So she walked towards those growths, those evolutions. And she did it knowing that it would end her anguish, that it would end the cycle that she repeated over and over again. And when she achieved her goals, she had a new group of friends who unconditionally supported her because she unconditionally supported herself and others around her. And she lived a very happy life, knowing that she took a chance on herself. And the moral of the story is, and yet the path grows lighter. Unbelievable how these have connected. I love it. This has been a great pick a card, fun time. Let me read this definition for you. And yet the path grows lighter. At this time you have company, wise company, who shares with you that the lightness of life is worth bringing back, that the heaviness you have cast away has led you to find the most elusive treasures. About you, the world is awakening, and it will be as if you are the first to see its beauty. Drink it in as the hummingbird sips up the nectar. Develop a taste for the sweetness of life, and know that you have traveled far in this life and will travel farther still. You have the energy, the stamina, and the skill to do this. You will receive blessings along the traveled road. You will receive blessings along the untraveled road you now follow. Your path is sweet for now. Enjoy every drop of nectar along the way. Isn't that wonderful? I hope that you enjoyed these pick a card story times. And if you did, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I'll do more of them if I get a big response. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, and I will see you on the next video.